Good morning. Welcome to Facebook Live. This is Dawn Spiegelberg of Bodywise Bodywork. As you can see behind me, the weather is overcast and cloudy again today. It is a crazy beginning of summer. We've got warm again, cold again, wet again, dry again, and today is a dry, cold day. Yesterday was a wet, warm day. Interesting. The road to happiness is a lot like the weather in Seattle, on again, off again. Not an easy path to follow. And I've noticed for my own journey recently, after changing some aspects of my emotions and my heart, as I mentioned in the last video, opening my heart in some ways and closing off some other doors has made dramatic changes, and some of the changes I don't really like. Some of the changes have brought up old patterns of thinking, old patterns of feeling that I thought I had set aside, thought I had put away. But here I am finding them again, and my home life, the children that I live with, have been up and down, going through their own changes, and it just seems like a big fat mess some days. So understand that when you are seeking happiness, and you may not have happiness in your life as a regular basis, you will go through changes. And you have two choices regarding those changes. You can look around yourself and say, oh my, I thought happiness was working, but I live in a big hot mess of a situation and this happiness doesn't work at all, and go back to the old way of being. Or you can choose to see that you've made some changes, that you're pursuing happiness, and that, yeah, there have been a couple of bumps, but you can continue forging on in search of continued happiness. Two choices. And I think for a lot of people, the first choice is what they end up resigning themselves to because they don't understand the process. And seeking happiness is a lot like trying to make changes in your physical body. It is not an easy progression. It is not something that happens without feeling like or experiencing setbacks and plateaus. And so I encourage you to keep it up. Life is like that too. Life isn't always easy. There are turns in the road and unexpected things around the corner that we just need to deal with and get back to our sense of ourselves and the truth that we know about ourselves. Because in every case, choosing a state of happiness is better than the alternatives. And the alternatives, which are unhappiness, lead down a road to depression, dissatisfaction, dependency, right? All of those things that we see can become a part of life are the things that you can actively avoid by continuing to pursue happiness and pursue it with vigor. And based on the two choices you're given, which is this happiness stuff doesn't work, I'll go back to the way I was before, or there's just a bump in the road and I'm going to forge on and continue trying to be happy, that's just a better outcome, but it's not easy. Good morning, Voice Jackson. Thanks for joining me today. Yes, understanding life itself, that life is a journey to be had, and I want to share this with you. When I was in my young 20s, one person was saying to me, you've got one life, go ahead, be crazy, go out drinking, go have a smoke, just live it. and be wild. And my reply was, yeah, I've got this one life and I'd like to do it right this time around. And they were a little shocked. That was a different perspective. But I can see that throughout my life in trying to live it well and trying to do my best, I've made some gross mistakes, and I certainly don't focus on them because that's the past. And in every moment, I can choose right now whether I'm moving forward toward a better life, toward happiness, toward my goals, my dreams, toward goodness, or I can choose to say, doesn't work. Happiness is, a big balloon that's been popped, and I'll never get it back again. Just like the weather, today's not a sunny day, and where will the sun be, and why isn't it here today? And I can spend the whole day kvetching about it, or I can say it's going to be a great day because I choose for it to be a great day, because no matter what happens in the weather or in my life or with regard to my children or with regard to my family, I can look around and decide this is going to be a great day. And this follows directly our choice to be happy and the kinds of things that we need to continue to pursue in order to find that happiness. And there was that list of 5 things, if you recall. And this is super fascinating. I've had a rather difficult week, and guess what else is true? My habits that I've been building to maintain my happiness, I've fallen off the wagon. Yesterday, I did not write down the things that I'm grateful for. The day before, I did not write down the things that I'm grateful for. And now look, I'm wondering why, what's going on with this happiness? I'm waking up and not feeling very happy. But the formula for happiness is tried and true, and you can get right back to it as long as you pay attention and keep moving forward. So I encourage you, choose happiness. And even if you find that happiness is difficult or that your life isn't going the way you planned, you get to choose in this moment what you experience, what you think, and what you feel. So I encourage you to think head-wise, feel heart-wise, and continue moving body-wise.